Okay, so today what we're going to do is you're not really going to have to draw these tape diagrams in today's homework that you're doing, but you are going to have to Monday and after that, and so we're going to start practicing it today. And in the practice of it today, we'll also be learning some of the stuff that we are going to need to have for being able to answer the questions on the homework. Okay, now first of all, when I hand out tools like these rulers, they are tools, they are not toys. Put them down until we need them. Quit playing with them, please. They are breakable and they are distracting. Okay, so today when we are working with our tape diagrams, one of our things that we're going to be using them for is to be able to find the whole. So we have parts in a tape diagram, we have a part of something and a part of another thing, and together that will make up the whole. So we have, in our first problem here, we have the art class has two different kinds of brushes for painting. They come in packages, and there are 4 small brushes for every 3 large brushes. If there are 96 large brushes, how many small brushes are there? That's our first answer that we're going to give. And then it says how many total brushes are there in the classroom. Okay? So first thing we need to do is with your ruler, I want you to draw a couple of, and we're gonna make tape diagrams in this white space. So I want you to draw like just a little line segment that we're going to be able to put our labels on here. Okay? In other words, what are the things that are being talked about in our tape diagram? Okay, now we're going to, we don't need our ruler for a moment, because what we're going to do is we're going to say, what are we actually comparing here? Okay, so we have brushes. We have small brushes and large brushes. Okay, so let's write those titles on our lines. We have small brushes being compared to large brushes. We do not have to call them painting brushes, okay? What's the ratio of small brushes and large brushes? 4 to 3. 4 small to 3 large. So let's put that off to the side over here. 4 to 3. For every 4 small brushes, there are 3 large brushes. For every 4 small, there are 3 large. Okay, so how many boxes do we need for the small brushes in our tape? 4. And we need to make these, remember, these are equal shares. These are equal shares. So when we make these 4 boxes, and then we make the 3 boxes for the large ones, each of those boxes has to be the same size. Okay, so that's why I'm giving you a ruler so you can make them straight, and maybe you can even do some sort of measuring that'll help you get it. Okay? So with a ruler, let's start drawing our tape. First of all, we have to start with start it, so we start with the side here. And since one of them is going to have 4 and the other one's going to have 3, we could actually just extend this right down right away. So just make it all the way. This will be the side of our tape diagram. And then, which one's going to be longer? The top or the bottom one? Top. The top one's going to be longer, isn't it? Okay, so let's make a top line here. Let's just draw a line for a while here till we have a good length. Now we can't draw any others yet until we just need to finish up this piece of tape, okay? So from here, we're going to draw, and then we're going to close it up. We're going to stop it and make it. So we're going to make up a length of tape that we have not divided into equal sections yet. We're just making a piece of tape. Okay, now you need to divide that into 4 equal sections. So use your ruler and measuring, whatever you're going to do to try and do something. It's about 4 equal sections. So you need to draw 3 vertical line segments that will divide that into 4 equal shares, fair shares. So measure, you can use the millimeter side, you can use the inches side. See how long you just drew that, and divide it into by 4. Four is an even number, so I can start by dividing it in half, and then I can divide it in half again, and I will have fourths. Oh, mine's close. I don't have anything to measure with like you guys do. And then after we have our 4, it should be pretty easy to draw 3 in the next one, shouldn't it? We should be able to just extend each of our line segments down, but not the end one, because we don't need 4 sections in this tape, we need 3, so we just have to get it so that we have 3 of them. Yes, wait.
Also, you could do what I did. I drew it like to 4 inches, which is what the number was, and divided up.
Great idea. Wade says I drew mine to 4 inches, and then I could just, each section could be 1 inch wide. Okay, so we've got our setup, right? So we were working, getting our tape done. So we're creating our own, and we're going to have to be able to do this, not in today's homework, but you will next week, okay? Okay, once we have that, now we can go to work saying, to answer our questions. If there are 96 large brushes, where's that 96 going to go at? Which end of, which tape end is it going to go at? Ikea? Into the large brushes. So we need a 96 at the end of this. And what are we going to do with that 96, class? Divide it by 3, because the ratio says there are 3 large brushes. We have 3 equal shares there. So what's 96 divided by 3? Kelia? 32. Okay. So what are we going to do with that 32? In all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, in all of them. Every one of these are equal shares, so we have a 32 in all 3 of them for the large brushes, and then we have 32s in all of them for the small brushes. And the first question they asked was, how many small brushes are there? So what do we need to do? Idea? Yeah, we take the 32 and multiply it by 4, so we can take 32 times 4 or 4 times 32. It doesn't matter. Multiplication allows us to do it either way. And what's 32 times 4? Idea? 128. You agree, Danny? You had your hand up. Do you agree with her? 128? Okay. So our first answer is that there are 128 what? Small brushes. So maybe we should put a little circle around that. Leave yourself some white space though, because we got another question to answer. Because the next question is, how many total brushes are there in the classroom? What do you think we should do for that? What do you should do for that? Kaden?
Add all the 32s.
Add all the 32s together, okay. Is there a shortcut to that? A shortcut to that, Sam?
32 times 7.
32 times 7, that's one shortcut we could take. What's another shortcut we might be able to take? Wait.
128 plus 32.
We could take 128 and divide 32 to it, or add 32 to it? That would mean then that we're adding 128 small brushes to 32 large brushes. Would that give us the total? No. Okay, so we can add all the 32s up. We can say 32 plus 32 plus 32 plus 32 plus 32 plus 32 plus 32. Or we heard we could take the shortcut, and that really is the same as taking 32 times 7. And then we thought, well, maybe there's even another shortcut, but we need to revise his shortcut a little bit. What do we have to do, Harley? I want one more shortcut though. Tyler, divide 32 by 4. What are we gonna get if we divide 32 by 4? 8. Does 8 make sense that we would have 8 total brushes in the classroom? Yeah, because whatever we do, it's gotta make sense to our answer. Sylvia?
128 plus 96.
Yeah, we have 128 large brushes, or small brushes, excuse me. We have 96 large brushes. Couldn't we add 128 to 96 instead of 32? Yeah. So we have a couple of options here. We could take 32 times 7. That would give us our answer maybe. Let's see if it makes sense. What's 32 times 7 then, Harley? 224, and these are what? Oh, we gotta be more complete. Brushes and all, total brushes, right? Let's call them total brushes. Harley, please. Or we said, Sylvia says, could you just take the 128 small brushes, add to that the 96 large brushes? Do we get the same answer? Check it out. Don't just say, as we do. Do we? Anybody check it out? Is 128 plus 96 224?
Yes.
Okay, then either way, we get the 224, don't we? So, today we have to talk about the whole also. Any questions on that one? Okay, I want you to tell me what we're going to do then after you read number 2. So read number 2 to yourself and then tell me how we're going to start that one. Okay, tell me what you think we should do. How should we start? What should we do to start this here? We need to draw the tape diagram, don't we? Okay, how many things are going on in this? 1, 2, 3, 6. Hold up, how many fingers? How many things are happening in this? 5? 4? Everybody, how many? 0. 0 things are happening.
3.
2. Yes, we have a total going on, but we have red paper and yellow paper, don't we? Okay, so let's start drawing our tape diagram then. And before we move on to making the tape diagram, we have to get our descriptions here first of all. So, red paper. Yellow paper. And some of you thought there were 3, so is there another color paper? No? Okay. Again, before we draw our tape off of those titles, what are we going to do off to the side of our descriptions? We're going to do what? Our ratio. Okay, what's our ratio? 4 to 5. 4 sheets of red paper to 5 sheets of yellow paper. Okay, that means we need how many fair shares in each strip of tape? Caden? 4. Okay, in both of them? 4 in which one? The red paper one, and we need 5 for the yellow. Okay, make it happen. Remember to leave yourself some workspace. Okay, then start deciding what we should do next. What should we do? What should be our next step? You're all done making it pretty. What's our next step? Okay, Harley, what's gonna be our next step?
Divide with the 148 by the red and divide it by 4.
148 by the red divided by 4. Okay, everybody agree? That'd be a good place to start.
Sure.
Okay, then what is 148 divided by 4? 32. I'm sorry, what, Cheyenne? 42? Did you say 42 and I misheard you? Well, is 32 times 4 148? Check it out. How about 42? Cheyenne says 42. Is 42 times 4 148? Celia?
37.
37. Okay, check her out. Is 37 times 4 148?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to have to go with 37, folks. Thanks, Celia. Is that just for the first strip of tape?
It's for both.
It's for everything, right? All of them are the same amount. So now what do we do next? What do we have to do next? I want to hear from a new voice. I haven't heard from yet today. There are a handful of you who have not spoken yet. Well, the person that has to listen to this recording can be like, seriously, students, would you talk up? Would you speak? Hannah.
37 times
37 times 5, in other words, to figure out how much yellow paper there is, because that's our first question, how many sheets of yellow paper in the package, we need to take 37 times 5. And what do we get? Danny? 185, is that what I heard? 183, which one?
185.
Okay, Danny, you just tell me, don't worry about what Harley's saying. What did you say? Okay, thank you, 185. Okay, everybody agree?
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to finish this right here. Okay, everybody agrees that 37 times 5 is 185.
Yes.
Does that seem reasonable?
Yes.
Okay, because this strip is longer, so it needs to be more than 148, doesn't it? Okay, good. So then we're going to say there are 185 what? Okay, so how about 185 sheets of yellow paper or something like that? There's one of our answers. Okay, now it's up to you to decide how to answer the second one and do it on your own paper, and then you're going to tell us what you did. How many sheets of paper are in the package all together? So show your work getting it, and then don't forget to label it. And make sure your answer seems reasonable. Okay, Wade, what did you do?
I took 337 times 9.
Okay, you took 37 times 9. Why did you take 37 times 9?
Because there are 937.
Because there are 9 37s in this tape diagram, okay? And what is 9 times 37?
342.
342, he says. What label did you give it?
Total sheets of paper.
Okay, total sheets of paper. Okay. Everybody agree with them? Or did somebody do it a different way? Sam, what'd you do?
185 plus 148.
Okay, I'm gonna circle
Hopefully,
it.
I calculated wrong.
Or, I'm sorry, just say, we'll see, you just recalculate then. Sam, what did you do? You took 100,
And 85.
185
148.
plus 148, and you got
333.
333. Is that what I heard? Okay. Wade, when you recalculated, did you get 333? Okay. So, anybody do it a different way yet? Any other options out there? No? Okay, so our answer is going to change from being 342 here, where I have it circled, we don't want to leave that there, to 333, since we all seem to agree on that. Does that answer seem reasonable? Is there a lot of paper going on here?
Yes.
Yeah, is 333 higher than either the red total or the yellow total?
Yes.
Yeah, because we're at, this is the two of them together in a package, okay? Okay, and our last one. Whoops. Okay, you go ahead. You're working this one. All on your own. Totally on your own. I'm going to work it, and you're gonna work it at your desk, at your table, on your own. Once you have your tape diagram made, then go ahead and keep working. There's 2 answers to get again. If we all agree when we're done. When you're done, will you check me out? Because if you agree with me, then I'm right. Anybody have questions? Anybody want to talk about this? Anybody say I'm not right? Or these are your notes, you want them to be accurate, so if I'm not right, don't you be copying me. Okay? So nobody's gonna disagree with me? Everybody, we're all on the same page, we all agree with this? We're all good? Okay, awesome. Okay, if you actually have it done, and you don't quit until you are, if you actually have it done, you can get out a sheet of loose leaf paper for homework. I am gonna stop the recording and then I'll bring it back up after it saves the recording for me.